Good morning and welcome to the channel on this, the 8th day of August 2026, which is a Saturday. One of the areas that we haven't discussed before is Iraq. And the reason I'm discussing Iraq today is that there are various factors that are coming to a head which will affect the other things that are going on, which we've been discussing ad infinitum over the last several months. Now, Iraq's latest situation, early August, is entering one of its most volatile periods in years, driven by a simultaneous security crisis, a political showdown over militia disarmament, and severe financial crunch. The three major pressure points are militia resistance to disarmament, a regional spillover from the US-Iran war, and a deepening salary liquidity crisis. So let's have a look at those now quickly. Number one, the security situation and the militia defiance and regional escalation. The Iraqi government faces a September 30th deadline to bring all weapons under state control. We've heard this before, especially in the Lebanon. Several powerful Iran-aligned Shia militias, that's familiar. The Kataib Hezbollah and the Harakat al-Najibah are openly refusing to disarm and pledging to expand their arsenals. Iraq's neighbours, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Kuwait, have warned Baghdad that any further attacks launched from Iraqi territory will trigger direct military retaliation inside Iraq. Iranian-backed Iraqi militias have recently launched drone strikes on US facilities, including in the Kurdish region. More about that later. The US and Saudi Arabia conducted joint strikes on July the 28th, targeting IRGC-linked operatives inside Iraq, killing around 20. This marks Saudi Arabia's formal entry into the US-Iran conflict. Houthis have launched attacks on Saudi Arabia from Iraqi territory, with militias defying Baghdad and foreign militaries striking inside Iraq. The political crisis, Baghdad is under pressure. The Prime Minister, Ali al-Zaidi, is under intense pressure to prove Iraq is not controlled by Tehran and to enforce the disarmament deadline. Iraq's ruling coalition, State Administration Coalition, held emergency talks to address delayed salaries for millions of Iraqis, security threats from Iran-aligned factions, regional tensions linked to US-Saudi-Iran conflict dynamics. The coalition warned that after September the 30th, any armed activity outside state institutions will be treated as terrorism. The bottom line, Baghdad is trying to assert sovereignty but faces resistance from militias with deep political influence, i.e. from Iran. Economic crisis. There's a severe liquidity shortage. Iraq's government needs approximately 10.8 trillion dinars, which is approximately $8.24 billion per month just to pay salaries and basic obligations. And it doesn't have the money. According to the health minister's public statement, there is no money. Oil exports have collapsed from 3.3 million barrels per day to less than 600,000 barrels per day due to the closure of the Strait of Hormuz. And who's done that? Salary delays are widespread, affecting civil servants, pensioners and welfare recipients. Citizens report rising living costs and inability to meet basic needs. Iraq signed a temporary oil pipeline deal with Turkey to bypass Hormuz disruptions. The bottom line here is that Iraq is facing its worst financial strain in years, with salary delays becoming a national political emergency. Military and administrative changes. Iraq's defense ministry has reshuffled leadership across multiple divisions and regional commands. These changes appear aimed at tightening control ahead of the September 30th disarmament deadline. The overall assessment, while Iraq is currently navigating three simultaneous crises which we've gone through. Iraq is at a critical inflection point, and if militias continue resisting disarmament and regional powers keep striking inside Iraq, the country could slide into a new phase of instability not seen since the ISIS area. Who's causing all this? Well, the answer is Iran. I'll keep an eye on this over the next month or two and see what happens. But it's a new player in the game in the Middle East. Let's see what happens. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I'll talk to you again tomorrow.